What's up guys, back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga, this time with volume 27. Just going to go over what happened in the last chapters real quick as they were absolutely phenomenal. In general, the last volume, I say this almost every time, but it was one of my absolute favourites. It does seem that every volume it does get better and better, but absolutely some beautiful moments in the last volume. From start to finish as well, there wasn't any kind of boring chapters or anything, was there? But we had the Berserker Arna Dawn for the first time, at least in the manga and what we can read. I think Skull Knight has worn it before, but we saw it used for the first time in the manga here, and it was absolutely fantastic. Grundbeld was smoking us this whole fight, and the tables turned real fast. It was obviously very ominous at the start, but again you can see the Skull Knight influence right here. There was some unfortunate drawbacks to the armor, but I'm hoping Guts will survive the armor. It is very much a kind of ordeal in itself, kind of fighting itself against the armor in a way for the armor to not kill us. I'm quite interested to see what would happen if someone wore the armor and they did die inside the armor. Would the armor stop fighting? Or do you reckon the armor would just kind of continue forward? Would be interesting to see, but we did see it kind of morph more to Guts's shape, especially that of the kind of darkness that follows him. But yeah, absolutely loving it. The designs in general in this arc has been some of the best in Berserk in general, armor wise. But yeah, armor wise definitely. Already this arc, which only started a few volumes ago, has had the best armor in the series, but the style and drawings in general have been some of the best in the series in my opinion, especially with Guts, and not just the armor but his kind of design in general has been really great. But yeah, Grundbeld is now getting absolutely smoked, but again we did end off with this happening to Guts's body and him just bleeding out big time through the armor, which is quite poetic. But yeah, let's have a look what this next volume has in store for us. Only saw the cover artwork, didn't want to spoil myself too much. I'm usually a little bit impatient and check out the images underwards, but we'll be seeing them for the first time today. I think it is the first volume that this does remind me of a little bit. Different poses to be fair, but I don't know why, it just reminds me a little bit of, it seems nostalgic. Reminds me of that first volume a bit, I think. Okay. Wow. Okay, there's a lot going on here. So this is the Kushan army, but they seem a bit demonified. Although this could just be their style. No, I'm pretty sure the elephants are holding clubs. I was going to say, the eyes don't seem very nice. They don't seem like the usual elephant eyes. Totally missed this thing in the middle here, which is doing an infinity symbol, which is interesting. There's like two sets of eyes behind it, which are quite ominous and scary. Like a ship, cannons. But yeah, some kind of strange creature right here in the middle. And again, I think demon elephants with clubs and hands and thumbs, and then we've got a lot of crocs as well, or alligators. I'm not really sure what the difference is. And then these weird weapons. We have seen the Kushan do use some weird weapons. This club is probably the most normal that we've seen from them. But yeah, these really look like little demons, don't they? These things look horrible. Maybe these are like Kushan warriors that have turned to demons. Proper red little buggers. Okay, interesting. I love this artwork in general right here. I'm not sure what it is behind them. Some kind of giant creature. You know what? I'm gonna hazard a guess that this is the dragon form of Grundbeld. At this point, I'm almost kind of wondering if Grundbeld does have a kind of transformation. But yeah, really awesome artwork here. Really cool. And we got another one. Again, he's been doing this a lot, Miura, where he's been doing this kind of darker, more demonic one, and then a kind of lighter, more slice of life almost type one below. In a different art style as well, a lot softer. Schierke's doing a little spell. Cedro and Serpico behind. Arnis and Casca reading a little while being amazed by the leaves, and little Puck and whatever this girl's name is. She's got the pink aesthetic. Okay, you know what? I could kind of see that. Most of the time, it is like I can't see the colours. Like, I had no idea that Schierke had green hair, blonde for Serpico, and yeah, I'm usually taken by surprise. But that one, I can see. I could envision before seeing it. Yeah, nice little bit of artwork here. Nice little bit of artwork. Volume 27. So let's have a little look at what chapters we got. As we see that image again that we saw on top of the one just after the cover. And really like the style. Different style, isn't it? Oh wow, we got this. What is this? Casca, former unit commander of the Band of the Hawk, mentally regressed from her experience in the eclipse. She now neither speaks nor conveys any feelings. I'm not sure if I'd agree with that. Obviously, it's just the manga creator saying this, but she does convey her feelings. We see her scared, and we see her, I'm not sure angry, but we see her confused a lot. That's a feeling in itself. But we do see her scared, which is a feeling. Of guts especially, of course, so not exactly true. We do see little tidbits here and there. Her brand, which reacts to evil, is thinly shielded by Flora's talisman. Arnis, former commander of the Holy Sea's Holy Iron Chain Knights, and daughter of the Van Diemen family, one of influential status and wealth in the religious sphere. She seeks to learn from Guts her own means of survival and about the reality of the world. Then we got Guts, the Black Swordsman. He's got the shortest. That's amazing, isn't it? The guy with the most, the most struggling, the most time in the story, the most character scene has got the shortest, the shortest text. The Black Swordsman, and they could have just ended it there. He exists in the interstice. His soul, and they're not going to explain what that is. That would bore an explanation, I believe. But I think again that's just like the place between the astral world and the human world. But if anything needs explaining, it's that, not really the characters. His soul constantly is torn between protecting Casca and challenging Griffith. That struggle is nothing short of sublime. Sublime. Is that him giving props to his own work right there? Yeah, I really did create a masterpiece right here. It is absolutely sublime. And he's right. He's absolutely right. Nothing. I'm not sure if sublime is the right word. Amazing and spectacle for sure. I guess sublime is a word you could use to describe it. We go to Puck. Puck, an elf who's long been with Guts on his journeys. His dust has the power to heal wounds. Also, he recently confirmed that he's a wind spirit, one of the 4 types of elementals. Isidro dreams of being the ultimate swordsman, but his actual talent, not up to snuff, repeatedly endangers him. Nevertheless, the boy endeavours towards his dream. He is currently equipped with a fetish granted by the protection of the fire elementals. Bit sad, isn't it? His actual talent, not up to snuff. He is developing. Oh, we're really getting one for everyone. Wow. Yeah. Serpico, attendant of Farnese, and actually her brother. However, she is not aware of the blood relationship. Neither was I. Was I? No, I don't think I was. I never knew about that. They both did have blonde hair in that scene that we saw there. He is skilled in fighting and is currently clad in a fetish granted by the protection of the wind elementals. I didn't know that. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. Should I have known that? I feel like I didn't. I feel like I never... Maybe I did, but I just forgot. Who knows? I did. Yeah, that's come to a shock to me. What was I going to do here? I forgot. I was about to do something. Oh yeah. I was going to check out their names. None of them have traditional kind of Japanese names. Yasuka. That one's way too hard for me to read. This one has got some kanji in there. It's one of the only ones to have any kanji in there, I think. This is Gatsu. Isidro is pretty easy. Japanese, actually. Ooh. Saribiko. Okay, then we got Schierke. Disciple of Flora, witch of the Spirit Tree Mansion. She supports Guts and others through her use of magic. However, among her spells are some beyond her mastery, which occasionally place her in great peril as she tries to aid her allies. Griffith. Through the eclipse of the Crimson Behelit, he was reborn as Femto of the God Hand. Later, he was incarnated in the Imitation Eclipse, catalyzed by the egg-shaped Apostle. Rest in peace. Thus returning to the physical world, in which he became the Absolute, without equal. I love how he's got the biggest picture as well, alongside Guards, to be fair. And Zod is the final one. Okay. Zod. Nosferatu Zod. The Apostle with 2 names. He was unrivaled in his What do you mean by that? Plenty of people have got more than 2 names in this, right? He was unrivaled in his thirst for battle against the strong, but defeated by Griffith, he is now part of the new Band of the Hawk. Still calling them that. Okay, let's see what chapters we got for this volume. So today we'll be doing Fire Dragon, The Depths of Hellfire, which sounds like a dragon's attack. Then next time we'll be doing a video. Probably already quite far in this one, aren't we? Yeah, 15 minutes. Haven't even got to the first chapter. Departure of Flame and Demon City, Dread Emperor, the Daka, which I imagine we might be seeing more of the Kushan, Demon Knights, Demon God, The Sleeping Princess Awakens, and then we've got new chapters, and then we're starting a new sub arc of this arc, which will be the first time since its inception, I believe, which is called the Falconia chapter. Sound of the Sea. So yeah, just 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, there still is 10 chapters per volume. Okay, so we're actually ending off the Holy Evil War chapters. Not today, but in this volume. Let's just get right into to Fire Dragon. So we will be seeing a transformation, I believe. Again, you guys know I've always had my thoughts on Grundbeld. I think it's pretty obvious. I'm not sure we've seen a dragon in the series yet, which is I do kind of lie there because we do see on the cover of I think the first ever volume, Guts taking down a dragon. What's going on with Guts? I can't. At my level, the force of his order is too intense for thought transference to get through. I did mention last reaction I kind of wanted her to try to see what image would come up in her head. I kind of thought maybe a horrific image or feeling would come up there, but she just can't even get through. Well done, Black Swordsman, our arch enemy. Now taste the power of my strike. As he's just pouring out blood. You're just gonna cut it? It doesn't. It also seems like there's not much defense with this armor. If you know what I'm saying, it is like all-out attack, full force. It dodges things and it does flips and such, but it seems like it would much rather go head first, brute force it, rather than mess about. Which is a bit like Guts as well. Guts is smart. So he is going to roll. So he actually used his sword to roll. What's going on here? No need. So he did hit. He hit the axe, which was what I thought it was going to do. It was going to strike the axe, which is impeccable timing, by the way. Get that wrong and he's dead. They just deflects it down. How do you draw this blur like that? How do you draw that and make it look like what it's meant to be, if you know what I'm saying? I feel like 99% of people that tried this would just draw a mess. He's doing lots of flips, Guts, to be fair. Doing lots of flips with this new armor. Got new agility with this armor, which you wouldn't suspect with armor. You'd actually expect it to be less agile. Don't know if you guys have ever worn armor. I remember wearing at least a piece or some armor when I was a kid when we went on a field trip to a castle somewhere. And it's some heavy stuff. I was a kid, to be fair, so of course it was going to be really heavy then, but yeah, super heavy stuff. The chainmail itself is quite heavy, let alone the actual armor you put on above it. Yeah, quite a few castles here in England. There's one really close to my house. What? As he breaks his hammer. Oh shit, we're giving him the elbow now. We're elbowing this, man. Oh no, we're not. Oh, I didn't see the sword. I was just under. I didn't see the sword. I was gonna say we're elbowing. That's some fucking. That's some guts. It takes some guts to do that. And look at that. He's halfway through his weapon right here. There is no defense to this. Yeah, we just snap right through it. There is no defense to this guts right now. There is no defense to his blows. As we slice through his arm. Ugh. His weapon got fucked up big time. Yeah! But yeah. Even more. I do want I mentioned this a while ago. I do wonder with like horror movies especially. Berserk, of course. I don't know the anatomy of like how blood recuperates. Like people that lose, I think you've got like 5 or 6 liters of blood in your body at all times. Guts has lost probably at least a liter right now, at very least a liter. What happens like if he does survive? Like what happens in your body? Like I know there's certain like again I did study this. Funny enough, I should know, but I know you'd obviously try and create more blood, and your body probably works harder to create that blood. But I don't know. I've always been really interested. Does it go back to like full? Is it like filling up your car? Do you go from like 3 liters and you just recuperate till you get back up to 6 liters? I've always been quite interested in blood loss because it's always something, again, especially in horror movies, that you see a character seemingly die and bleed out but come back later and you're like, how are you moving with such little blood supply? Right here, it's always been something that gets me a little bit. Obviously in this state it doesn't matter because the arm is just going to keep moving, but yeah, I'm just wondering for guts afterwards. There's a lot of blood coming out right there. It looks pretty cool though, doesn't it, in a kind of sadistic way. Almost like something from Hellraiser or something. Roar. It is proper fucking animalistic, isn't it? Bit of pain. Just making these groans and animal noises. And I think here it is, yeah. Magnificent. You are the victor. The rumours lied not. No, you're a superb warrior, and you exceeded them. But my mission lies ahead for my master. As an apostle of the Hawk of Light, I shall finish you. Here it comes. It's bursting into flames right here. Holy crap. I forget what these are called. I'm not sure there's a specific name for them, but I feel like there might be a specific name for like fossilized / kind of crystallis type dragons. Maybe I'm talking rubbish there though. But yeah, here he is in all his glory. I feel like that tongue looks a bit odd. If that is a tongue. Oh no, it's not a tongue. That's one of his what do you call them? Tusks. I think it's because we're at an angle where this one's like head on, but this one's kind of moving away, so it kind of looked a bit like a sloppy tongue. But no, there is none. Look at that horrible little face on his nose. That looks really awesome though, doesn't it? looks ginormous as well, but it looks impenetrable. That looks really cool. Again, I love this. I love crystallis stuff like this in general. As a kid, I always used to love drawing like crystals and things shaped like this, rigid things. But again, almost like akin to some artwork you see in like Yu-Gi-Oh and such. You see a few dragons look similar to this, and I always really like those. Looking forward to seeing a full body shot of him. But yeah, that horrible little face right there. Super noticeable. Oh, that's like a cracked tooth. Fair play to whoever done that. Oh, here we go. Fucking hell. Holy shit. He is giant, but fucking hell does it look cool as well. And it's actually got like a human hand. Wow. That is awesome, isn't it? I'm not sure what type of dragon I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting this type of dragon, but something kind of akin, but on a like, again, I expected it maybe be more fiery, maybe just from the titles of the chapters. But again, this is more like a kind of crystal kind of dragon. Really cool. Again, that fucking nose does me in a bit with his face there. But wow. Again, you've got to imagine these are tough. Maybe these are like diamonds or something. But that is a sick ass image right here. Dragon! And here's an even better view. So it is like a normal dragon, although it doesn't seem to have any wings. It's like a normal kind of four-legged, tailed dragon. Again, there's a whole spectrum, isn't there? I'm not sure who made that. Not sure who made the spectrum of imaginary dragons, but yeah, that is a thing. Doraemon. Fucking Doraemon references everywhere, man. I've never watched Doraemon. They're everywhere. These Doraemon references are everywhere. Yeah, like absolutely awesome. Like I've said, this arc in general has had some of the best style of the whole series. Best artwork. I shall use this power granted to me as an apostle and lay low the black swordsman. That's where he speaks from. That horrible little face. Oh shit, again I love this stuff here with the texture and the, you can really feel like if you like swiped your hand across it, you could feel it, like it looks like you could do that and you know what it'd feel like. Let's go whipped. Full force? Damn. I almost forgot Skull Knight and Zod are fighting. I think they've just been starstruck watching watching Guts and Grundbeld fight. Oh, they are still watching. Fair enough. I think everyone's always found dragons cool, especially as a boy. You always find dragons and stuff cool, don't you? Again, well, some of my favourite ever stuff when I was a kid was Power Rangers and the Zords, I think they were called. I don't know what, like, I think it's just pure nostalgia because I've seen it back not too recently, but I watched it back and it was just nowhere near as cool as what I thought it was when I was a kid. I think maybe your imagination kind of takes over some kind of movies and such you've seen and makes them even better than that they actually kind of were. That sounds obvious, but when you're kind of confronted with it, you're like, why did I find that so cool? I think my imagination added a little bit more coolness than it was actually there. Well, I especially found that with again stuff like Power Rangers and things like that. I'm impossible. Impossible. Sorry. He stopped it. An apostle's attack. Yep. Bare hands. Just. Well, actually, he's used a sword. Can't see the sword though because its tail's so bloody big. But it doesn't look like he'd done it without any anything to pay for it. Paying him plenty of blood. A human? A mere human? Dude is planted. Ah, crap. Where is that? There's knees? Where is that? That can't be his knees. A shin? I'm guessing this is a shin bone. Can't. It kind of looks like it would be his knees because of like the shape of the out bit, but I think it is his shin. I think this is a shin snapping right here. Just fucking brutal. It's gonna be, yeah. When Guts wakes up from this, my god. If Guts wakes up from this, I mean, we kind of know he does. Yeah, when he wakes up from this, my god, is he going to be in a lot of pain. Hopefully, he might just be like fully unconscious, and then like the elves can do their thing before he wakes up. Because yeah, you do not want to wake up with this going on in your body. And this is just the start. Like he's only just transformed. But yeah, I've always been really lucky. I play a lot of football, and you see a lot of injuries, a lot of bad injuries, especially to the knees and stuff. I've had my issues, less injury issues, but more of a just I need to strengthen some kind of areas and muscles around, especially my knees and my shins, to be able to continue playing as much as I do. And I've done that now. You really need to. I found found a respect for specific kind of workout areas. I've always knew that. Again, I've studied sport and science. I've always known that you should, if you want to strengthen certain area like your biceps or something, you need to kind of focus on them and then use them to failure in a lot of cases, so it attacks. I'm explaining this horribly. So it kind of eats into what they're called. I can't remember, but you just need to go ham on one area, and that's usually a good way to strengthen stuff. But I never really done that for football. I've always just ran and played football. But I've done a load of specific workouts for my knees and my shins and my ankles, so they could deal with the kind of strain of running and playing football multiple times a week. I was kind of, I've never been too much of a believer in kind of specific. I wasn't ever too much of a believer in specific workouts for football, that is. But yeah, I ended up actually really helping. I've had no problems since. But in general, I've always been quite lucky. I've never been like had my leg broken or anything. Though I say that, probably will get broken tomorrow. Broken tomorrow. Now I say that. I won't have it. There must be so much weight on this guy as well. This is the thing. Like, how much does this dragon weigh? Plenty of tons, I imagine. Again, I'm not sure what kind of crystals and such he's made of, but he's got to be heavy. Sorry about that little tangent there. That's the thing, isn't it? It really is a big disadvantage to Guts that he can't feel pain, but it is a massive advantage as well because he can just continue on fighting, whereas you'd also be kind of psychologically damaged by the pain. He doesn't face that, so I think it is more of a positive. Obviously, it's more of a positive in battle, but out of battle it is a massive negative. She gets spun. Guts! Roar! My skin of corundum. No idea what that is. Stronger than even steel. Has been cracked? It's not possible. That's interesting. Is that like another kind of astral world type wound right there, like what we saw with Guts and his slash from Slain? I feel like that is the case, isn't it? Doesn't look like a normal sword cut, does it? Right in the face. Yeah, let's look up what corundum. My mind instantly went to conundrum. Corundum. Corundum is an aluminium oxide that commonly forms hexagonal barrel-shaped prisms. Purple. Again, the colours, yeah, it's like purple. Is it actually as hard as steel though? Oh wow, it's one below diamonds. Oh, so it's rubies and sapphires. Oh, okay. Interesting. So yeah, one scale below diamonds, which is pretty fucking strong. And I did initially say diamonds, didn't I? But looks like it's just a one under. Interesting. So yeah, it seems it's a bit stronger than steel. Well, the scale of this fucking fingernail. His fingernails are actually surprisingly strong. And hair, I've always found quite interesting as well. It's super fucking strong. But yeah, this guy's made of sapphires and diamonds. Same materials. Pretty cool. I've always liked emeralds and sapphires and diamonds more than sapphires and emeralds and stuff like that more than diamonds. I think it's probably Pokemon. That was really when I grew up. Pokemon Generation 3, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and the Fire Red, Leaf Green remakes. I remember playing with my cousins. He had that big old Game Boy. Yellow, it was a yellow one. And then I got a smaller kind of silver Game Boy, and that was, I think, the first ever handheld console I had. But yeah, I'd love to see this in colour. Love to see what it looks like in colour again. Probably not even still what I expect the colour to be, but I imagine it's like a purple. My skin of conundrum, corundum, is even stronger than steel. Ow. Wow. That's just facing the complete wrong way. And yeah, still bleeding out big time. Got to be at least 2 litres of blood missing now. Even from his eyes, man. Jesus Christ. I'm thinking that in there it's just kind of like a bodysuit of blood. Just surrounded by blood. But yeah, look at that arm. Lovely. Twist it back. That's his right arm. Is it? Oh no. No, that's just the back shot. I kind of thought I kind of thought that was the frontal shot. You can see his cape, so obviously it's not. I thought that was the frontal shot, obviously, because the arm's like this. but it's actually like that behind him. I was like, that's his right arm. No, that's his left arm, but it's just the opposite way right now. As he just twists it back in place. And you know what? It probably doesn't give a fuck about how he's twisting it back in place either. There's certain ways to do this, isn't there? There's certain ways to pop kind of bones and joints and such back in place. And I doubt he's really in a state of caring as to how it's done. He just wants his arm back in place. Might damage it even more. A lot of the times though, you can actually do these kind of, maybe not in this situation, but you can do these kind of, if you did like break a finger or something, you can just pop it back in place. It'd be painful, but yeah. Oh wow. Whoa. Why is his arm and leg just facing the wrong way? His leg was as well? I didn't know that. I didn't catch that. Is his leg facing the wrong way? It's fine to me. I mean, we know it broke its shin. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Yes, it is. That is not the shape you want your leg to be in. Yeah, I think that's where the bone is broken, isn't it? And it's just like that, like that. As he pops that back in place as well, and again, it looks like he used some, like, his muscles are kind of in. I don't know how to explain this. His muscles are kind of pushing the bones together, strangely. Whoa, weren't his arm and leg just facing the wrong way? Just the armor's power. Ugh, lovely. Woof. Good to see, Joe. The armor is reinforcing his broken limbs by piercing through his flesh. So that's actually not his muscle, that's actually just like the armor right there, just pushing them back together. It's like, get up, pussy. You're fighting. We're not letting you back out of this one. So the armor's actually kind of, so when he takes the armor off, I'm guessing this is not staying here, and these reinforcements are going to have to come out. Although they probably would have done their, maybe would have done their job already by the time he takes off the armor, perhaps by reinforcing them. So maybe I was actually slightly wrong about what I said about. I still feel like it's doing this just to move forward and just to continue fighting without much look into Guts' health situation. Reinforcement like this is good for situations like this. But it also just kind of looks like it's getting pierced. This one especially is giving me those vibes of it. The armor's just piercing his bones, keep them in place. So when they do come out, it's just now going to have a bunch of holy bones. Yeah, there it is. Piercing through his flesh and biting into his bones. It's lucky you can't feel anything right now, because fuck me, that'd be painful. So leaky. I heard the previous owner of the armor was similarly devoured by its steel teeth. Is that why Skull Knight's just a walking bag of bones? Surprised there's bones left, seeing what it's doing to Guts' bones, but as he continued fighting until the last of his blood gushed forth from where his bones were broken. That fits with the appearance of Skull Knight, doesn't it? Brilliant. Wow, so we really are going to end up like Skull Knight. What? Why'd you put him in something like that? Why'd you put, sorry, I just completely made up that whole thing. Why'd you put someone like that on Guts where he's near dead anyway? It was a noble sacrifice to his companion, so his companions could live. In that case, let's scram so his death's not in vain. What do I do? Come on, let's flee while he's distracting. It's my fault again. Mistress, why? Why a thing like that? Well, it's not your fault at all. You've just done what you're instructed to do. And it needed to be done. How are we ever getting out of this situation without this being done? Let's be honest. Everyone would have died here. What must I do? You will deal with it. It's something that only you, being a witch, can do. Maybe this is also why she's tied into Guts. Maybe there is actually something she can do to offset this skeletonation, is what I'm going to call it. Skeletonation of Guts. Maybe she's got some spells or the ability to kind of counteract some points of the armor after he's done wearing it or something. Mistress, but I'm still a novice. I'm upset. And my magic. You now appreciate your inexperience and the danger of drowning in power. For this very reason, it should be possible for you. This swordsman, lost in the turbulence of power, you will show him the way. So is that saying that we might actually be able to control this armor to an extent? And maybe that might mean we may actually be able to control the fox, dog, wolf spirit of darkness that follows Guts as well, perhaps. Maybe that's the key. Controlling that darkness, which kind of overtook the armor in a way. Is definitely defined its look, at least. Maybe that's the key to actually controlling the armor as well. But this is pretty nice and hopeful right here. Yeah, that's the end of the first chapter. Let's read some comments quickly before moving on to the last one for today. Yeah, his sword is called the Dragon Slayer, isn't it? I think I have heard that somewhere before. So, bodes well. This person is saying he's very intrigued by the previous owner of the Berserker armor. Could be so important for the story in the future. I mean, we know it's Skull Knight, right? I mean, that is just Skull Knight right in the face. So we know that the armor, and from what she said, that seems to perfectly explain why Skull Knight is just a walking bag of bones, doesn't it? Although it doesn't explain how he's still walking as a bag of bones. I could see it making someone a bag of bones, but how would they be okay without the armor as a bag of bones? That's still a question. That's still a question. Yeah, it seems other people are starting to think of the theory I said about Guts maybe following Skull Knight's footsteps, but again, the further we get into it, the further I actually think that's probably not the case. I think a lot of early quotes, again, from the Golden Age, which just shows how good the Golden Age was, lead me to believe that won't exactly be the case. I feel like they're following a lot of footsteps, and obviously Skull Knight kind of guides Guts, but I don't think they'll be the same person or anything. No, not too much interest in the comment section, so we'll move on to the final chapter for today, which is The Depths of Hellfire. But hey, what are you going to do? I'm going to bring back Guts. Watch my back. Let him be. You'll just get in trouble again. Watch over? Hey. Sheesh. I will try, mistress. I will reach him. He's just groaning. Again, another sick shot right here. Unbelievable. Withstand 2 attacks from my true apostle form, and even wound me? What the hell are you? Sir Fire Dragon. That's what we're calling him. Sir Fire Dragon. Let us join in. We had no luck hunting down that witch, and now we're really bored. You seem to be having a hard time. Grunts. Hey, if it ain't one-on-one anymore, as an apostle, you shouldn't really mind. They do make a point, he already did lose his 1v1 battle, didn't he? So anxious. Please let me fight. And yeah, I kind of expected this. Just gonna kill him. Oh no, that's Guts. That's Guts killing him. I kind of, again, I half expected Grundbeld to kill him. Sure. Slash through. You want to fight so much? Here you go. These man don't stand a chance. No fair. They were transforming. So this is like halfway through their transformation. No fair. They were transforming. You interrupted my transformation sequence. Unbelievable. Not even sure what to describe this guy as. He's like a weird bull warthog thing. Jesus Christ, they're so swift now as well. Like I said, it's amazing that after putting on an armor, they're actually so much more agile. On top, through the head, through the side. Really fucked this guy up. That split second. You son of a bitch! Oh, crack rib. Or cracked ribs. It's feeling. I must have broken 4 or 5 ribs. Praying mantises do have such a powerful and fast strike, don't they? I've always loved the praying mantis. I've never seen one, but it's always been one of my favourite insects. Never seen one in person. We just, yeah, we really just bit through his fucking core. His big old jaws weren't for nothing. What? And I love these little hands he's got here. Yeah, the ribs get impaled by the armor. Stab, 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 stab. Yeah, it's handy. It's handy. Okay, can't be good for you afterwards, but I did make the point that it might actually be good for. Again, during the battle, it's obviously good because it makes him sturdier. It doesn't. You don't have fucking cracked bones during the fight, but afterwards, I mean, it depends how it would heal, doesn't it? I'm not sure how they'd heal. Obviously, it takes a while for them to heal, but it would probably just be negative. But if these kind of piercings were to stay for a while, it could actually help the bones grow back to how they normally were. You do see similar things to this when you see surgeries on bones, sometimes anyway. Interesting. I wonder how if any of you guys know a lot about medicine or anatomy or anything. If you guys could let me know your opinion on that. His fighting style is getting less and less human. Eating live prawn. Less human? Yeah. It's just like. Crunch, crunch. What's he eating here? Is he eating that guy? You telling me Guts is eating this guy right here? Fair play. Hope it tastes good. There's some tasty morsels over here too. Just like, oh crap, it's like that mouth that we saw in the eclipse. Like a demon itself. Some tasty morsels. Love this weapon here, fucking starfish. Starfish hammer. Who was the fucking blacksmith for the Band of the Hawk right here? Or the Band of Pork? Whoever they are, super creative. If it comes down to it, we can run and take Schierke with us. Won't you wake up if we tap the wand? Schierke. These flames. Anger. This is the hateful turbulence that flows deep within the armor. Would I make it in time? If a typical human being were similarly consumed, their ego would shatter. Again, I feel like we're pretty familiar with this, with the darkness that follows Guts, but also just the experiences he's gone through. He's not no ordinary human, of course. There is. That's darkness. That is a cool ass shot here, isn't it? That's the image Guts projects when he's clad in the odd of the armor. Guts is inside it. Can I do this? Can I rescue him from such turbulent rage? If I'm not careful, I'll be swept away too. There's no time to estimate, to hesitate. Sorry. There she goes. Lights. Oh crap. Is this his ego then that we're in right here? There's Griffith. A familiar sight for her because we saw her kind of sneaking on Griffith in the first chapters of, well, when we almost got first introduced to her, didn't we? So she knows what Griffith looks like. This is the different Griffith though. Fragments of Guts' memories? Look at Pippin. Look at Pippin, man. Jidao, Rickert, all look so cute, don't they? Casca. Caucus. Another shot of Casca. Hence. Battle. They are just like lamplights. This is nice, isn't it? More Griffith. There's fucking, what's his name? Gambino. And his dog. Caucus and Jidao, when pretty sure Caucus was trying to pick up that barmaid. Damn. Darkness? And then a sudden darkness. Jeez, man. Skeletons and bodies of the band. At the bottom. And a myriad of monsters. I always love it when we see these shots like this. I'd love it if I could turn my internet page right now, and I'm not sure that's possible. Casca. And then the God Hand. With Griffith in the middle. I always do like reminiscing about this. You always get some beautiful artwork, don't you? I've just got like hearts, half heads floating here. No. What? Horrible. Being engulfed. Mistress! Ah, shit. Casca. Again, another beautiful bit of artwork here, swirling. All these moments swirling. Pretty fucking awesome, isn't it? Pippin. Ugh. Casca and Femto. More, this whole right side is just fucking Casca and Femto. As Schierke seems to be getting sucked into the eye of the storm right here, which is actually the moon or sun. But it looks like an eyeball. Jesus, yeah. That's my mistress's. Yeah, is that the same one that she put in the Berserker armor? Is that why she put it in the Berserker armor? It would help during this, I imagine. There's a faint out. Oh, is that where we're at? What? What? That chapter was literally like 20 minutes long. Excuse me. Maybe it's because we had so many double pages of artwork. Well, we didn't even have too many double pages of artwork. The fuck? Maybe because there was a lot of action. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. No, it was just shorter. No, it wasn't. 22 pages. No, 20 pages, should I say. It was 20 pages, so it was shorter, but only by like 2 or 3 pages. But I don't know why that made it felt so much shorter. Anyone else feel that way? Okay, maybe it was because we had quite a few double pages, which count as 2 pages. Like this one here, I think counts as 2. As well as this. I don't know, it just felt really short, that second one, didn't it? Yeah, we see this little faint burst of guts, I guess we'll call it, with the eyes of the darkness. Okay, some class chapters today. Some class chapters again. I really love this stuff here with Schierke going in and exploring guts, seeing fragments of his past. But yeah, let's read some comments before we end off. Yeah, artwork is always insane in this. You don't even have to say it anymore. You just know you're getting 10 out of 10 artwork every page. Yeah, just a lot of appreciation. Not too many comments actually. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, some beautiful stuff here. Guts taken down. A few more of these apostles before they got able to transform. I love this little bit here. That's not fair. They were transforming. Who gives a fuck about fair in this universe? Yeah, as we learn what happens with the armor and broken bones, it's quite scary. It just fixes them for the time being, and then just leave you to rot when you're done with the armor. But I love this little exploration here by Schierke. It's really awesome. Again, some beautiful artwork as always. But I love this little exploration into his memories and I think his ego right here. Not sure about that, but always love seeing the band of the Hawk guys again. Again, slightly different art styles. They look a little softer here, these two, as well as Pippin. But yeah, then it just descends into darkness. Again, always love seeing a little reminiscing. It's not at all reminiscing, but a little look back at the eclipse. Always love seeing artwork like this. As we see that spiral into darkness. And then the mark left by her master. Yeah, looking forward to picking back up on there again. Love the reveal of Grundbeld's dragon form as well. That was absolutely awesome. With him being made of whatever the hell it's called. But yeah, thank you guys for watching again. Let me know what you guys thought about these chapters down in the comment section. Some awesome stuff today. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. I also really like this stuff at the start, though it's not really necessary. There was some interesting points in there, wasn't there? Yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you next time and enjoy the rest of your day.